Mark, let's start with last week against Cardiff. Imagine you didn't expect to get that much game time for starters.
No, I think on reflection, it was almost easier being chucked in there. We were just behind the post warming up, and obviously Bill took a knock, and as I'm running on, I just said to Brownie, "Is it HIA?" Sort of in a hopeful manner, but the situation arose that I had to go on for 60, and I enjoyed it. It was nice to get back out. Half time was a bit of a blur because I was 20 minutes in and I was dying, but it was good. I sort of got my second win at the start of the second half, and it went all right, I think.
So the lungs were hurting. How was the hamstring?
Yeah, hammy was good. That was the main thing, I guess, to get the win and come through with the hamstring intact. So really happy with the state of the injury, and I guess it's just building week on week now to get some fitness back in the legs.
And to cap it all, you go and score a try and make the game look easy.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but it's a rare occasion for me to cross at the best of times. So it was nice. It's always nice to get one, but we're just laughing about it then, saying I think I got a bit carried away, didn't I? They sort of show that I don't get over very often because I didn't know how to celebrate.
Do you want to talk us through the try?
Oh, it was, no. I've had enough stick about the celebration for the last few days, so I'll leave it there.
Okay, fair enough. Up to Newcastle this weekend, and I suppose just looking to keep that momentum going more than anything.
Yeah, I think so. We've gone. It's been a season where we've not been able to string too many performances together, and we set ourselves a goal for the last 6 or 8 weeks. After the frustrating time we had and the changes around the club, we all outlined a plan, and we've managed to go. The 2 from 2 from there, and we know as a squad that we haven't backed up performances, and that's the challenge we've laid down. So Newcastle's the next step in what we want to see as a strong back end of the season.
And I suppose it's important that you win the games against the teams around you, and Newcastle are one of them.
Exactly. They'll be in the same situation as us. I guess it's uncertainty, really. You see that there's about 17 different situations that can arise at the back end of this season, and we want to make it easiest for ourselves. And the only way you can do that is to just carry on winning games.
Yeah, I suppose that's the simplest way of doing it, and also that gives you the motivation to impress the new head coach coming in. What have you made of the appointment of Johan Ackerman?
Well, it's hard, isn't it? Obviously, if he's listening, I think it's an amazing appointment. But
and if he's not listening,
if he's not listening, I didn't know much about him. Honestly, I think a lot of boys in the same situation. We're getting told, everything you read suggests it's a great appointment, and I'm sure the club's done their due diligence, checked everything, so. It's not up to us. I'm sure he'll come with his own ideas and look forward to it. He's done a great job there with the little Lions, isn't it? So make sure I get that right. Yeah, he's done a good job with the Lions there, and the things he said go well. Things that I sort of like in a head coach, and he's wants to build culture, wants to push forward in that respect, and he wants to keep the coaching team that we've got in place, and that's a massive thing for me as well, because I think a lot of things are right at the club, and I know people would point fingers saying there's things that aren't right, but we've from inside the club believe that a lot of things that we've got are really close to really working.
And is there that motivation to go and prove that right up at Newcastle, if you like?
I think the head coach situation doesn't drive anyone to try and impress him from next season. I think we all sort of made big commitments to each other a few weeks ago, and we've got motivation from both inside and outside the squad, and our away form something that we want to look at as in the same respect that our home form last weekend was something that we needed to address after a few poor performances at Kingsholm.
And looking at Newcastle's backs, they like to play as well. So everything says it should be an entertaining game.
Yeah, they've got some danger, especially out wide. They must have some of the most defenders beaten in the league this year. And then I've got a family battle in the midfield as well. My missus' brother plays in the midfield, so. It's always entertaining getting to play against a backline like that want to shift the ball around, so they're looking forward to it.
Bragging rights up for grabs at family occasions then?
Yeah, exactly, yeah, something along those lines.